Alright, so this is my review of Big Firebird's Sunflower action figure. And this is one of those new Chinese-sourced seamless figures. And her big selling point is that she has silicone in her legs, so she's one of those seamless figures. And you could find her pretty much on any premium toy site. You could find her on Big Bad, Hobby Link Japan, Gundam at Show Z store. You'd probably get a cheaper price on Gundam at a Show Z store. And this is a made in China figure, and this is made by a Chinese company. And generally speaking, yeah, this figure is pretty great. Really unique design, and I'm really liking these new Chinese companies that are just pumping out figures. And this video is just going to do a basic review. I'll try to be as thorough as possible. We'll kind of discuss the pros, cons, things like that. And this is my first review. Camera's not the best quality, but anyway, here we go. So, starting with the sculpt, yeah, she looks absolutely stunning. Colors are sharp. Details, attention to details are great. Her armor is extremely well designed everywhere. Good color choices. You can see like the bright neon pink in her fingers. The gold is a really nice, it's not like one of those cheap plasticky golds you might see on a Marvel Legends figure or anything like that. And yeah, so just if you want to see it closer, I'm going to kind of cut the video and just show you what the accessories look like close up. And we'll start with articulation, probably the most important part for most of us. So her arm goes up and down about that high. Ball swivel there, comes out. You can do a full 360, no problem with that. She has a swivel at the elbow. That works just fine. And I'm just going to take her sword out for a second. We'll talk about that in a second. So no problem with articulation. And this is a type of joint that she uses. Just pegs in. Very easy to take in and out. There is one issue I'll talk about with the hands, and I'll just talk about that right now. So her hands are pretty hard to get on and off. And if you can see that there, that kind of recess in there was way too tight. And I actually just drilled that out with the jeweler's file, not a big problem. If you want, you could just use hot water, but for me personally, it's kind of annoying always going under the sink and just kind of pumping out hot water, whatever you want to do, but not a huge deal. You really should invest in a basic set of tools like that if you don't want to break your figures. And see now, the hands go on very easily and still has really good retention also. So that was my one gripe with the articulation. Head is on a ball peg. You can get as much articulation as you need out of that. Extremely good range of motion there. She can't really look up so very well, I guess. Yeah, she can't look up too much. She can look down great. She has a good diaphragm cut here. I'll show you how that is. Joints are still a little bit tight since she's still basically brand new. Yeah, really nice diaphragm cut there. Looks like a ball peg in there. A little bit of wiggle, not too much. Not a lot of forward motion, and you could tell just because that's the way the armor is designed. Could have got around that, honestly, but still good enough. And yeah, we'll get to the silicone part in a second. These are double jointed. Goes in about that much. Really nice, smooth. All the joints are very smooth, so it's nice. Ankles on a ball joint also. Nice swivel in there. And yeah, she does have a nice rocker. No problems there. She has no problem. She has no problem standing whatsoever. Really nice. Tail is a bendable tail. Go easy with that. You know, and honestly, I'm not a fan of these bendy wires because I feel like they could break if you use them too much. So go easy with this. This figure isn't cheap. Yeah, her hair is on a ball joint too. Good swivel there. Could rotate if you wanted to. It all works. Good. Now, I will say this. So the silicone, I don't like kind of investing in these figures with seamless bodies, but this one, the colors are just too good for me to pass up. I like the design, everything. So I kind of took the plunge with this figure. And let me just show you how this works. If you didn't see my video prior to this one, I strongly suggest you put some type of silicone grease on the silicone parts of this figure, just if you want to preserve it. And what that does is it really just kind of conditions this material so that it doesn't really kind of flake under sunlight. It protects it from humidity. So if you live in like areas that are either extremely dry or very humid, you definitely want to do it. So I live somewhere where I don't really need to worry about that too much, but I still put it on just as a precaution. So watch that video, very quick video, and yeah, definitely protect figures like this because you don't want to see these rip when they go out of stock eventually. Then you're really gonna regret it. Okay, so let's go right into articulation with this. I'm not gonna overstress it just because I'm still paranoid. But yeah, there you go. So that's about as far as I'm gonna take it. She probably could go more than that, but I really don't want to risk it, just given how much I like this figure. So yeah, there you go. So she could definitely do a split. Legs come out. Let me just get it this way. She could definitely do a high kick, and yeah, it could definitely go higher than that just based on the videos. Yeah, I'm not going to push it further than that. If you look at the promo pics, you could really see how far that'll go. So yeah, the legs work. Yeah, works just as you'd expect it to. So no false advertising there. Again, go easy with this figure. Like the promo pics, they'll kind of encourage you to go crazy with this, and don't. Like, I'll just keep it simple. Do not break a figure this expensive. Legs go back extremely well. There you go. So you could definitely get her like on a flight stand and, you know, go crazy. Yeah, she could do it. There you go. Oh, and she has a thigh swivel too. And the way they kind of flex that, kind of mesh that in, really nice. I will say be very careful because this is where the silicone meets the plastic. Go very easy with this piece just because you don't want the silicone getting ripped by the plastic if you're too rough. So go easy with it. Just keep it in a somewhat neutral pose if I were you, because this is not one of those figures. This is not like your traditional figure. So don't treat it like one of those. This isn't like a Figuarts or a Figma. Even those will break given some of their QC issues of late. But again, yeah, appreciate this figure for what it is. Don't abuse it. And she'll pretty much survive for a nice long time. Yeah, really nice figure. And what I really like about this figure is how smooth all the articulation has been. She has no rusty joints. She has no horrible ratcheted shoulders like Figuarts. A lot of their recent releases, everything just works right out of the box. I didn't need to heat anything. Aside from just the wrists, that wasn't a huge deal. That took like 2 seconds just to drill out the wrist hole a little bit. But companies like Figuarts have really been going down the shitter when you have companies like this coming straight out of China that are really just blowing people away. So really nice figure, this one. And I will show you a close-up of all the accessories. The big one that she comes with is the sword. I'm not crazy about the design, but it fits the overall theme. It's supposed to be some kind of musical thing, I guess, like a guitar or something. Still looks nice, just I'm not that into it. In terms of accessories, I'm going to just kind of flash a screenshot just to show you everything all laid out. Okay, and just taking a quick look at all the accessories she comes with. So obviously she comes with a sword, 3 alternate face plates, different set of bangs here. You could switch that out if you want. And this is the one I had her on. So a little bit different there. And again, you get a good look at how they absolutely nailed the details on the face. And bunch of alternate hands, really cool. This little thing is for kind of articulating her eyes. So yeah, her eyes do move. If you want to do any poses like that, have a little kind of Phillips socket there, and yeah, you can just move them around that. And they're actually nice enough to give an alternate just because of how easy it is to lose that. And yeah, keep your stuff in a Ziploc bag. Just don't lose this stuff. Sword is very easy to get in her hand. This piece unpegs, and you could just kind of slide that into her gripping hand. And changing her faceplate's pretty easy also. Her hair could come off with very little effort. Let me just pull it off. There you go. So Hair, face plates come off very easily. Very similar to figures. If you've been collecting, this is not a new sight. Very easy to swap this stuff out. Easy to exchange, no pressure needed. Really well made there. Easy to just change out parts, which is how all figures should be. These new Chinese figures are great, so take a look at that. Real nice spread of accessories there. And so that's what her accessories look like, and let's talk about how tall she is. Let's see. From the bottom of her feet, looks like she stands at about 7 1/4 inches exact. So she definitely has size to her. So she's definitely not a 6-inch scale figure, which I like. She really does stand out. She's unique. Around 7 1/4 inches. So definitely worth the price, in my opinion. She's around $90. Given how obscure this design is and the fact that she's pretty big, I felt like it was definitely worth it. And you know, find a good price on this one. Like, don't pay $140. You'll see this on eBay for around that much. Don't do that to yourself. So definitely has good size to her, and I'm going to tell you how much she weighs too. So let's see. Just tear this and let's see. So she has decent weight to her, so around 2.8 ounces, 2.86 ounces. Yeah, she's got nice weight, so feels good in the hand also. Okay, so went over the articulation, her dimensions. Very nice figure, large size figure, easy to have fun with. And in terms of overall quality, paint, everything is just stunning. Take a look. Yeah, this is a phone camera. I can only hold her sideways. Yeah, absolutely stunning. Really nice color separation, white, gold, gray, black. The pink, the neon pink is really nice. The little red tassels. I'll try to show you her face close up too. The eyes are just absolutely just sharp. Like, I don't know how they did that. It looks almost robotic, which I'm guessing is kind of her whole theme. And yeah, she looks great. So really cool figure. Definitely stands out in any collection. And like I said, definitely put that silicone kind of lubricant on her silicone parts. You'll really just thank yourself a few years down the road. If you want to be safe, use the brand that I use, because it's been about a few days now. Didn't notice anything happen to her. So, really good figure overall. Like I said, you can find this on Show Z store, Gundam It. Big Bad Toys store, Hobby Link Japan. They're still in stock as of this video. If you have any questions, yeah, just let me know. And if you want to take a quick look at the box, here you go. Let me just move her for a second. Yeah, box is gorgeous too. There it is. No one really cares about the box, but that's what it looks like. Yeah. Anyway, so there's my review. Overall, excellent figure. Priced good, priced very fairly, I'd say. Great articulation, really cool design. No real paint defects that I could see. Just taking another quick look. Articulation's solid. She feels very sturdy. Yeah, you won't regret buying it, I don't think. So there you go. Feel free to ask me any questions if you have any, and definitely leave a comment. Hopefully I get a better camera down the road, and yeah, definitely more reviews coming. All right, thanks for watching.